of Gab Podcast with IAMNOBLE.
Yeah. Some conversations don't just touch your mind, they touch your soul. Welcome to the Gift of Gab. The Gift of Gab with I am noble. Let's grow.
Welcome to the Gift of Gab, people. I don't know if you noticed, but that intro is fire. It's brand new off the press. Shout out to Nikita. Shout out to all the people that played a part helping me with this intro. Welcome back to the Gift of Gab with IAMNOBLE. And IAMNOBLE, people. And if this is your first time showing up, I want to tell you welcome. Welcome. You here. I'm here. We are here together. And if you've been rocking with me for a while, you already know I tell you the same thing every single week. I really, truly appreciate you. Thank you. It do not go unnoticed. I really, really rock with you guys. I hope you rock with me as well. But around here, let me give you some rules. Here go the rules. We like to laugh, we like to think, and we like to challenge each other. Now, before we get started, I always ask everybody one big favor, and that's to drop the city or the state that you're watching from in the chat. I want to know how far we reaching, where we at, where we going with this. So drop your city and your state in the chat or in the comment section, however you want to call it, and let me know where you from. I'm from Chicago, people. If you can't tell by the accent, let me tell you, this how you know I'm from Chicago. I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying. Let's go. With that being said, people, drop your city and your state in the comment section. We're about to get into some shit tonight. Welcome to the Gift of Gab Podcast. And if you're watching this on replay, if you're watching this tomorrow, if you're watching this later because you just couldn't make it to the show at 7:30 on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. or on Monday at 7:30 p.m. and you're watching the replay, guess what you can type in the comments for me? Type replay. And then tell me what city you coming from. Then tell me where you checking in from. So you know my slogan, get comfortable or get uncomfortable. Either way, we're about to have a fucking conversation. So I hope y'all ready. Shout out to Real Life Topic Podcast in the building. Miss Stephanie Godchild in the building. Did you catch the intro, Miss Stephanie? Drop your comments. Did you like it? Tell me all about it. I was gay. But let's have a conversation. Because, man, I've been thinking about something, lady guys. Yes, Noble been thinking. And y'all know when I get to thinking, I bring it right to you guys. Because we say it all the time and don't realize we say it. We get to the altar. We standing next to the person we love most. You say, damn, play it again. I'm going to play it at the end. I'm going to play it at the end for you, Steph. If you leave, come back before the hour over so you can hear it. Shout out to my YouTube family in the building. Intro was fire. Yes, thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank y'all. But for real, guys, we say it all the time. We get to the altars or to the altar, and we standing next to the person, and we go, we really tell people for better or for worse. We always say it. But here's a better question. Do we really know what that means, or are we just saying it? Do we really know what for better or for worse really mean, or are we just saying it because it sounds nice? What are we doing? Because everybody understand better. The better part is easy. The better part is highlights. The better part is more money, good health, great sex. I got to say that. Great sex. Kids doing good, bills paid, everybody smiling. We taking trips, we taking pictures, we building a life. That's the for better part. I think everybody got the for better part down pat. But what about the for worse? What about the for worse? But what about the for worse, people? Think about that. Because that's the part nobody really talks about. And maybe that's why some people are getting married thinking that they're ready for forever. Only to find out that, man, They was only ready for the version of forever they was imagining. So when we say I'm going to stick with you for worse, for better or for worse, what do that really mean? And that's the reason why some of these relationships and these marriages are cracking down early. Because if you tell me to death do us apart, and we apart, and ain't nobody dead, what we doing? What are we doing, people? So are you prepared for the worst, or are you just prepared for the worst you imagine in your head? But what does worse really mean? And if you watching this from anywhere in the world, let me know, what is your version of worse in a relationship? What do you think when you get married to somebody? What do you think for worse meant? What did it mean for you? I know we got some married people in the comment. We got some divorced people in the comment section. What did for worse mean for you? And if you've been divorced, what happened? You ain't got to tell me your life story. But what was the for worse for you? Because that's the part nobody really talks about. So with that being said, everybody talked about the forever until forever gets uncomfortable. And I'm now saying, people, don't stay in bad relationships. I'm definitely not promoting that. I ain't telling you stay in a bad situation. I ain't telling you if it got unhealthy, you shouldn't have left. I'm just asking you a question. What did the worst really mean for you? And should we start talking about the worst early? Should we? Let me ask a different question. Do we really ever sit down and talk about what we really promising each other? Like, seriously. Stephanie Gotch, I would say, for worse, do it all, even when it gets uncomfortable. Facts. But what's the uncomfortable? We say these nice, pretty little words to each other. We hold each other up. We read each other novels and all these romantic gestures. But what is the for worse? What is the uncomfortable? Do we sit down and talk about the uncomfortable? Do we? Or do we just sit there and keep promising each other everything? So what I want to say, before we talk about marriage, let's talk about how we got there. The relationship stage. We all been in a relationship stage. We all have been in a relationship. Don't act like you haven't. Everybody has been in a relationship before. But before, I'm just want to say, before you met somebody, you met that version of them called a representative. Before you met somebody, liked somebody, started to talking to somebody, started texting somebody, y'all know how that first stage go. That first stage of love, when you playing that on-3 game. Has anybody ever played the on-3 game? She said, as long as the good outweigh the bad, the marriage will last. Okay, that's a great opinion. That's a great opinion. Have y'all ever played that on-3 game? Y'all know the on-3 game. On 1, hang up. On 2, hang up. On 3. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. On 3, hang up. That's the beginning stages. That's how all of this started. Yep. And then all of a sudden, you start checking your phone every 5 minutes to see if the person texts you, see if they call. You say, I left because he tried to kill me. Shit, sis. God damn. Whoa. Shit. Damn.
This is the Gift of Gab Podcast.
She said, I left because he tried to kill me. I know you fucking lying. Now, I'm not saying, it did say to death do us apart. I'm not promoting violence, but if you wanted to leave him, but I hate that it went to that extent for you guys, and I'm glad you made it out of that safe. But my question to anybody, did you have any signs before? Because if this man had those type of capabilities, did he have it in the dating season, or did you ignore it? Because I don't think you just become a killer overnight. If that man had those things inside him, he had those things inside him when you was dating him. So did you ignore it? Why did you get in a relationship? How did you get to the altar with a killer? I don't know. Not judging you, only asking questions. You said, nope, rust in it too fast. That happens sometimes. You did not get to know him. You know what? First of all, let me thank you for your honesty. I love your honesty. Thank you. I left because he did all my friends. I don't mean to laugh, man. He did all your friends? Yes, all the signs was there, but I was blind. Facts. And that's what we at right here. We, like I stated before, I'm not here to bash you. I'm not here to blame you. I'm not here to shame you. I'm here to get down to the nitty gritty to figure out how can we make these marriages more healthier? How can we identify with the worst? Because nobody's talking about it. Like you two ladies just said, you guys ignore all the signs. Why are we ignoring signs? What is the benefit of ignoring signs? Because shit, you got married to a person that you knew wasn't going to work. How did we get there? Why did we get there? These are questions that I think the relationship stage is for. I think people is putting too much marriage in relationship. I think we're asking people for loyalty too early. I think that we are putting too much on people before we even know them. You don't even know the nigga nickname yet. You don't even know his middle name. You ain't met his parents. You don't even know what he about. You don't even know his history. Get to know him. Same thing with her. You don't know what's going on with her, dude. You're just trying to sleep with her. Get to know her. Get to know her on an intellectual level. All this sleeping around, that shit, that shit dead. That shit for kids. We ain't teenagers no more. I'm going to tell all my men in the crowd, you 40 now. Come on, stop the games. Stop the games. But for real, we really have to start learning these people in the relationship stage. Your relationship stage is not marriage. Stop treating it as such. Stop asking for loyalty on date number fucking 1. You got a girlfriend? You got a man? Man, why you asking that man or that woman that question when you don't even know if they even worth the conversation? You get the beginning stage. Why they ain't text back? You know how it started. Everybody is at their best behavior at the start. Everybody smell good at the start. Everybody got somewhere to go. Everybody got something nice to say. Everybody got a date for you. Ain't it crazy how they want to date you at the beginning? Like everybody just want to go on limited dates at the end, at the beginning. But as soon as you get into that marriage, what happened? And then you start thinking, this might be my person. Have anybody in the chat ever felt like when they met somebody within the first couple of days, they felt like, man, not the days, but in the first couple of months, you felt like this is my person. This is my person. But here, where we got to slow it down a little bit. She said, definitely, yes, definitely. That was my person. Because when we first met, when you first meet somebody, man, you was not really meeting that person. You was meeting the representative. You was meeting the representative. We all have met the representative before. Shout out to Tavernica Gilbert in the building. I saw your live challenge earlier. Sure that you did your thing. I really appreciate you joining the live challenge. You on day 17 or something. It's almost over for you. Shout out to Stephanie God Child as well, who's doing the live challenge as well. Back to the topic. We are on the representative. And y'all already know what happened. I'm talking about the version of someone that you know exactly what to say. They know exactly what to do. The version that knows when to call you. They know when to text you. Man, when they in that representative stage, they a motherfucker, ain't they? She talking about exactly when they dark skinned. I take it you like dark skinned men, huh? Shout out to all the dark skinned fellas in the building. Dark skin, you back, but light skinned you ain't fell off. You've been winning for a while. But Drake kind of shook it up for y'all. But seriously, guys, when y'all first meet that representative, man and women, they know all the right things to say. They know exactly when to call you. Employee of the month type shit. I love it. The virgin that say, I don't care what you want to eat. I'm taking you. The virgin that say, whatever you want, baby, I got you. The virgin that suddenly loves everything you love. Oh, you say yeah, go. Let's go to the concert. Let's go to the museum. Let's go to the walks on the beach. All that shit. They was with all that shit. It's normally physical attraction in the beginning. Yeah, I agree. Physical attraction or financial. You know what I mean? She seen you had a lot of money. He seen that ass. Y'all put that together. Boom. The worst. The worst combination ever. But seriously, guys, sometimes marriage does not change people. It removes the stage. Think about that. The reason, as soon as the representative is over and the relationship part is over, the marriage does not change people. It just removes the stage that they was performing on. Now the stage is gone. Now they feel like they got you. Now you're about to, the representative's gone. The representative got tired. How many of us are guilty of saying they don't do what they usually do when they met me? How many of us said that before? They don't, man, it ain't the same no more. They don't do what they usually do. She said, I love power. Man, that's a great answer, sis. I really appreciate that answer. Seriously, how many times have you got to the point where somebody you have said, man, they don't do what they usually do? The representative got tired. Because you can't perform forever. You can't. You can't perform forever. So now the person you've been dating started to show up. The person that you've been dating the whole time, oh shit, they here now. And then here's the moment where I tell people you got to look in that mirror. Selah Brooks in the building. What's popping, Selah? He say, what? What'd he say? Pim, 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 pim. Hey, the boy crazy, man. But here's the stage of it when I tell you have to look in the mirror. And this is where it's going to challenge both sides. Not only the person that was dating the representative, because we can't keep blaming the representative when you let them penetrate your security defense. You let your walls down and let that person that you knew absolutely shit about in. Because sometimes we say, they change. Did they change? Or did they just finally start performing? I mean, finally stop performing. Think about that. He don't do what he usually do. He stopped performing, sis. Y'all married now. You took the stage away. Did he really change on you? Or did he just stop performing? He got tired. He been on tour for 3 years trying to chase your ass. You've been on tour for 3 years thinking that that was the version of him that was going to last forever. You ain't see the worst. You've been dating the best for 3 years. You ain't think nothing about, you ain't see no bad habits. You seen that shit. And here's the uncomfortable part, people. Sometimes you knew he was fucking crazy. Sometimes you knew she was nuts. Sometimes y'all knew the relationship wasn't going to work. How did we get to do death do us apart? How did we get to for better or for worse? You felt something. You just did not want to deal with it at that time because you was benefiting from the person that was pretending. Because the representative was still making you happy. Somehow, whether it was sex, whether it was money, whether it was just company, the representative was still making you happy. That's why you didn't question him. That's why you didn't question her. That's why you didn't want to ask the real questions that you should have been asking because you didn't want the representative to leave. People ignore red flags all the time. The representative was still making you happy. The relationship was still fun. You were still getting attention. You were still getting affection. You were still getting everything that you wanted. You weren't getting no needs out of that relationship since you met that person. Wasn't no needs. It was all wants. All of it was all wants. We got to stop ignoring the red flags, people. So maybe you did not ask the hard questions because you was afraid that the answers was going to make you leave sooner and you weren't going to get that attention or that affection or that money or that whatever it was you was getting from the representative. Because a representative is easily found. He's pretending. Do you know how easy it is to catch a liar in a lie? All you got to do is listen to him. That's it. You know why he's still lying to you? Because you love a good story. He thought you was entertained. That's why he didn't stop lying. Sometimes we don't ignore the red flags because we can't see them. We ignore the red flags because we don't want to change the relationship we want. It was people pleasing. It was never kingdom building. That's a different question. That's also a different conversation. Because now we have to ask ourselves real questions. At what point did you know that the relationship was not going to work, but you still got married? At what point did you know the relationship was not going to work, but you still said for better or for worse? Thinking for worse was never going to come. Don't forget to tap the screen, people. Don't forget to tap the screen, people. Don't forget to leave the comments. And if you got something to say, please. She said second month. God damn it. She said, damn, second month. You knew it was over in the second month. So how did you get to the altar? You already answered that question. I ain't going to keep asking it over. You answered. But I still want to thank you for your honesty, because most people stay in relationships because they do lie to themselves. So I appreciate the honesty, which is how you got out of that situation. You had to tell yourself the truth. I appreciate that. But at what point, he said they truly was hoping if they got married that the person will change. The person did. They stopped performing. They did change. She said, no, I was looking for something in man that was only in God. Oh, my God. Hey. Come on. I got to give it all to you.
This is the Gift of Gab
I got to give it all to you.
Podcast.
She said, I was looking for something in man that was only in God. People are, come on. Great answer. Come on. What part did you know everything was going to fall apart? When did you first notice something was not right? And when did you actually start taking your first step to getting out of it? I only ask these questions because I'm trying to get us to identify how we got to for better or for worse. Because we can't blame for better or for worse, because I do think there was a bunch of actions way before for better or for worse where we could have stopped this thing in its tracks. So I'm trying to get you to realize where you left your keys at. If you don't know what I mean by that, when somebody tell me I lost my keys, first question I ask them is, when you last had them? When did you know that you didn't have them? So I ask these same questions to people in relationships as well. When did you know? When did you last have them? Did you fall in love with the person or the potential? Because sometimes we're not even in love with the person. We're in love with the potential. We're in love with who we think they're going to become. We're not even in love with the person in front of us. We're in love with them 5-10 years from now. And I'm going to tell you, that's an absolutely different story. That's a, recipe for disaster. We tell ourselves questions like, I can change that. Shout out to Katrina's Kitchen in the building. Sometimes when you don't know who you are, you don't have a clear path on where you're going. Shout out to Katrina's Kitchen in the building. Don't forget to check her out. Yeah, we start saying stuff like, I can change that. I can help him. I can help her. She'll grow out of that. Man, once we get married, it'll be a little different. See, right now, he just don't understand, but he's going to make a great husband. But marriage does not automatically fix what you cannot fix. A ring doesn't change anything. A ring can't fix somebody's character. A wedding does not give you somebody's. A wedding can't give somebody discipline. It was not even potential. I was just foolish. I was trying to heal, like going to the mechanic for a heart, for heart surgery. Wow. Man, honesty is on cloud nine over here. Don't forget to tap the screen. Shout out to Matt. I wish I can sing you tap your screen because, Lord Jesus. But I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the party. A wedding cannot give somebody discipline, people. A last name does not mean somebody's mature. Marriage does not turn potential into character. And now we're starting to get somewhere, people, because we're starting to realize some of these marriages took a little bit longer to form. You probably should have took their relationship a little bit more serious. Their relationship is not a honeymoon stage. It's really time to do some homework. It's really time to figure out who that person is before you give them your heart. Think about it. Because if you marry somebody based off who you hope they'll become, oh shit, are you serious? What happened when they become exactly what they already were? Me thinking I could love him past all his faults. Yeah? That's a good thing. If them faults not deal breakers. You can't love somebody past their deal breakers. If they deal breakers, y'all know what a deal breaker is. You got to get away from them. What happened when a person you thought was going to change? They did. They became exactly who the fuck they was at first. Seriously. So what we're being really trying to build is, this is where I think we got to start asking, well, we're not asking enough questions, people. You have to ask more questions in the dating phase. Stop trying to go to Ruth Chris and stop trying to be wined and dined and stop trying to take her to bed. Ask more questions in the dating scene. You have to. You have to. Where are we? Where are we together? That's a good question. Why are we together? That's an even better question. And I'm not talking about because I love you. That's important too. But figuring out where y'all going, what type of relationship is this? Because love alone don't fix shit. Love alone ain't enough. I don't know how many people need to hear this. Love alone is not enough. Love is an ingredient in a relationship. It's not the entire entree at all. It's not. Are we together because we don't want to be lonely? Are we jumping into these relationships because we really don't want to be lonely? Are we together because we want somebody to make us happy? Are we not happy without them? Are we only here to be happy? Because I'm here to tell you, God put you here for a lot of things, and happiness is not the only thing why you exist. It's a lot of shit going on in this world where, man, he got assignments for you. So are we just here to be happy? Are we together because everybody around us got somebody? Are we getting married because everybody around us was already married and we just following trend? And the sad thing about them, they was married, but they probably was unhappy. Ain't that a bitch? Imagine getting married because somebody's married and they unhappy. Happiness is temporary, every day, all day. Happiness means something have to be happening. Happiness is not even a feeling. I hear people say that all the time. I feel happy. Happiness ain't a feeling. Something have to happen for you to be happy. Joy, it's a different story. Happiness, shit fake. Facade. It's a feeling you get when you buy something that you thought you couldn't purchase or do something you thought you couldn't do. You're happy for the moment. But the moment the reality kick in, you're no longer happy. That's why happiness ain't shit. Are we people pleasing or kingdom building? For better or for worse? What does for worse mean to you? When the last time you sat down with your partner and talk about for worse? Before you got to the altar. When you at the altar talking about for better or for worse, that's the wrong time to consider that. You need to consider for better or for worse way before you get to the altar. Are we together? Are we together because we need somebody or want somebody to complete us? Are we building something bigger than just us two? Are we kingdom building? Will God support this relationship? Do you think God sent that man or that woman that you with? Do you really think that Man, when you go to sleep, do you pray about them? Do you thank God for them? Do they touch you in different ways? How you get to the altar? Because I do think sometimes I think we turn relationships into a place where one person is responsible for making the other person happy. And I hate to say this, ladies, sometimes it's the lady, sometimes it's the man. Sometimes I think we are in relationships where we turn one person into the person that's responsible for the other person's happiness. And that's where we go wrong. Because that's a lot of pressure on that person. I hate to see anybody put into that actual place where their job is to make somebody else happy. Women, listen to this. If the nigga ain't happy before you meet him, he probably ain't gonna be happy with you. Man, if she needs you to make her happy, she probably ain't gonna be happy. You got to find somebody that's already, feeling that type of way. You don't need to be doing homework. Because what happens when you have a bad day? All of a sudden, the relationship takes a toll. It takes a fall. A relationship is not supposed to be your whole life. It's supposed to be a part of your life. It's supposed to be somebody helping you build. It ain't supposed to be your whole life. I know a lot of y'all hear me say that, and y'all be what? No, but really? A relationship ain't supposed to be your whole life? Fuck no. No. You ain't supposed to be blinded because that person at work? No. For better, for worse is the way God loves us. To endure is not talked about enough. I love it. You've been on fire tonight. Don't forget to tap that screen, people. I should have been at least 5,000 hearts. I should have been at least 5,000 likes by now. Get me up there. Help me out. Let's go. Come on.
This is the Gift of Gab
We here.
Podcast.
I know you fucking lying. Are we people pleasing or are we building? Are we kingdom building? Sometimes we're not loving each other. We are merging and managing each other. How many of us been in a relationship where you felt like you was dating a manager? How many of us been in a relationship where you felt like you was dating the manager? Like you was dating the parent? Like you was dating the child? Hey, I know you're not going to say it, but just say it to yourself in your head. Because, man, some people going to get mad at that, but, man, you didn't dated a child before. You know you got to tell him when to do his homework. You dressing a nigga. You got to tell him this, that, and the third. You got to tell him, hey, I know some women that got to tell a man when to whoop the kids. Hey, he messed up. You got to discipline him, right? The respect is lost. Are we dating or are we managing each other? Are we? I better do this because if I don't, she's going to get upset. I better do this because if I don't, he's going to get upset. How many ladies cook for their husband? How many ladies actually cook for their husband? No, I got any cookers in the building? Shout out to Katrina's Kitchen. I know you cook. But how many other ladies out there cook for their husband? Do we got any in the chat? Because I wanted to ask a question. If you don't have that meal ready, would he be upset? If you didn't have that meal, she said, when I was married, oh yeah, and trust me, I know you cook. Shout out to Katrina's Kitchen once again. But serious, but the question I want to ask is, to not have the meal ready, was it like being at work and not completing an assignment? Because if it was, that was like a manager situation. I got to have his food ready because if the food ain't done, he going to get mad. Oh, come on. Oh, shout out to the bougie Southerner in the building. Do you cook? Do you cook? Shout out to the bougie Southerner in the building. One of the, the soul food vegan restaurant. That was amazing. Shout out to my sister in the building. We got Katrina's Kitchen. We got two of the best restaurants in the building online right now with us. Y'all better tap in with them people soon. Tap in with them soon. Katrina's Kitchen still doing a thing. I think Bougie Sutton is about to reopen, if not this summer, next summer. So be ready for some of the hottest soul food, vegan food you're going to find in the world. And if you want some soul food that ain't vegan, Katrina's Kitchen on the other side over here. And y'all already know as you get down, we got two of my favorite people in the world tonight. What's going on, people? Yes. Shout out to the ladies that do cook. But when you didn't cook, did you feel like he would get mad? That's that manager situation I'm talking about. He eats cereal when I don't cook. Hey, I know you said that as a joke, but shit, I really don't eat cereal. But hey, to each his own. Shout out to all my men that eat cereal when your wife don't cook. And she's not my slave, so if she don't cook, I cook. I cook sometimes. Yeah, your boy throw down. Y'all better believe it. Yeah, I get in the kitchen and I cook. Man, if you out there listening, all you dictator ass man, you can cook. She told me, I know you fucking lying. I can cook. I promise you I can. I'm really fucking good. Men can cook too. Matter of fact, I think men cook better than women. What we talking about? I think men cook better than women. Nah, I said it. Nah, if it's any ladies that want to go at it, let's go at it. I think men cook better than women. But let's get back to the topic. Because, man, I can really feel, because I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, becomes a statement that's being said in all of these relationships. I see so many people that don't want to say what they really need to say because they don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. I see so many women that haven't had a good sexual experience from their husband in so long, but they're afraid to tell that man he never pleased them the way that she wanted to be pleased. I see so many men that it's vice versa. Why are we doing this? Why would we not? Why would you want to be married to somebody that you couldn't fully be honest with? If you didn't like her cooking, why would you marry her and eat that shit? If he haven't pleasured you right or did those things that you need him to do without you saying, what are we doing? There's a difference between caring about somebody's feelings and being afraid of their feelings. There's a difference between caring about somebody's feelings and being afraid of their feelings. That's a big difference. You can love somebody so much that you accidentally stop allowing them to grow. I hope y'all with me when I say this. You can love somebody so much that you stop allowing them to grow, because that thing that you are denying them, that truth that you are denying them, that thing that you won't say, your truth, when you tell your truth, what they do with it is up to them. You can't keep holding your truth from them because you are denying them growth. If you cheated on her, you have to tell her that. If you don't want them, you have to tell them that. If things are changing, you have to tell them that. Y'all have to have these conversations, because trying to avoid uncomfortable conversations only leads you to uncomfortable situations. You have to have those conversations, and the earlier the better. You don't want to marry somebody where you got 13 secrets. You praying and wishing that they're going to change or this going to go away. I'm here to tell you that feeling ain't going to go away. It's only going to multiply. You can love somebody so much that you accidentally stop them from growing. Tell them the truth. You got to ask yourself, can I tell this person the truth? Can I disagree with them? Can I tell them no? Can I tell them no? Shit, can I tell me no? Can you accept the no? Sometimes it's you. And I'm here to tell you ladies that's watching this, well, all my ladies that's in the chat, you could be the fucking problem too. Yes, you can. It could be you, ladies. I know a lot of y'all like, lady wrong. I ain't never seen the lady that was wrong. I ain't never seen the word accountability. I ain't never seen that. You could be wrong as well, ladies. Facts, you say truth as well. Can you accept the no? Can we have a hard conversation without turning it into fucking war? Can we have a hard conversation without turning it into fucking war? Because if we can't, what are we really building? If I can't come to you and talk to you and tell you the truth, what are we really building? If every time I come to you with a conversation, you take it as I'm attacking you, what are we really building? She said, for real, For sure, I had unnecessary attitude expecting him to figure it out. Yes. Yes. And if you cannot have that conversation, what are we really building? What are we doing? We're just sitting around till the shit ends while taking oaths telling people it's for better or for worse. Some of us don't even know what the fuck worse is. Some of y'all ain't never been through the worst in a relationship. You think you have. Oh, he cheated on me. She cheated on me. When the fuck cheating become the worst? Sound like somebody had a fight with temptation and lost. Had a fight with their flesh and lost. How is that the fucking worst? So we get married based off what he do with his penis, based off what she do with a private part? That's what the marriage is built off? All the shit we building in the world, and we gonna throw it away because somebody slept with somebody? That's it? How deep is our bond if that's all it takes for you to be gone? Shout out to 50 Cent for that lyric too. Are we kingdom building or people pleasing? That's a good question. If I ask you guys that question tonight, I hope you take it home with you. Are you people pleasing or kingdom building? Take that question home with you tonight. And if you got somebody you dating, you got somebody you marrying, you got somebody you already married to, I want you to ask that question tonight to your spouse. Are we people pleasing or kingdom building? Get some fucking answers. And if he don't answer, if she don't answer, you got a problem. Get some answers. Now, for me, this is where it's going to get deeper for you guys. And if you got one of them husbands that can't answer shit, what the fuck? How you marry this nigga? And if you married him for his money, then you don't deserve to be happy. Money is your happiness. You better take that paycheck and shut up. Kingdom building requires endurance and yes, facts. You need to endure. You endure in life and everything. As a matter of fact, every skill it takes for us to make these marriages work, we use in every other area but marriage. We use it with our kids. It don't matter what your kids do. Them your kids, ain't it? Your kids can do anything to you. That's your child. That's your child. We use it at work. How many times you done got overlooked for a promotion? How many times you done got fired because you was late? How many times you done got... We use the same skill sets that it take to make it in marriage and everything else around the world but marriage. Why is that? Why is men and women so against collaborating? Why is it such a competition? We was meant to be together, not in competition. Are we trying to keep each other happy? What are we doing? Are we trying to help each other become better? Because those are always two different things. Are we trying to make somebody happy or are we trying to make somebody better? Which one are you doing? Uh-oh, we got Jeff Relevant in the building. Shout out to my brother Jeff Relevant in the building. Talk to him, bro. I'm trying my best. Are we trying to make somebody happy or are we trying to make somebody better? Which one? Which one? Ask yourself that question. Because I'm here to tell you, if you think your relationship is all about being happy, I'm here to tell you right now, man, y'all should have had that conversation. I ain't saying you're wrong. I would never call you wrong. But what I would say is you should have married somebody that was only interested in making you happy, not making you better. Because those are two different things. And that's when the relationship get uncomfortable. Because anybody that sit there and watch you sink, they not with you. They not for you. Anybody that sit there and let you lash out on other people, they not there for you. Your better half. You get the word, you get the verbiage, better half. Your spouse is either going to be your better half or it's going to take you for a ride. Good luck to you. I hope you choose your better half and not somebody that make you worse. Those are not the same things. Sometimes we make being happy today. And I want y'all to really hear this. Sometimes being happy today can hurt you tomorrow. Sometimes being happy today can hurt you tomorrow. And sometimes what make you uncomfortable today can make you grow tomorrow. You get where I'm doing with it? I hope y'all see where I'm going with this. Something that can make you happy today can make you hurt tomorrow. But something that can make you uncomfortable today can make you grow tomorrow. Which one are you choosing? Because sometimes when we're in relationships and we don't feel happy, we get upset. We think our husbands or our wives or our spouses losing their fucking mind. But sometimes when you're uncomfortable, I hope you know that's where the growth comes in at. So you better have those uncomfortable conversations, because that's where the relationship gonna go into that escape velocity. I don't know if you know what a rocket do, but man, when that rocket take off, it's gone. And your relationship can take off as well if you are willing to do the work, but you're gonna have to give up some happiness. You may have to be uncomfortable a little bit so you can grow. Things that make you happy today can make you hurt tomorrow. Things that make you uncomfortable today can make you grow tomorrow. So sometimes you can't come home and be all shits and smiles and it's balloons everywhere and you got the butterfly feeling. No, sometimes that don't happen. Sometimes y'all hate each other fucking guts. But you didn't get into the relationship to just be happy, so you understand that they're changing. Happiness is emotional driven. So you know how emotions are. Yeah, they change with the weather. One day you this, one day you that. One day it's 80 degrees, one day it's 40. So I'm going to tell you that. So what is the purpose of these relationships? Are we figuring out the purpose of these relationships? Are we? Or are we just jumping in the relationships? Figure out these relationships. People, stop just jumping in them. Is it just about us? What is it about? Or are we building something that really matters beyond us? Are we really building something that's, she say, oh, damn, facts. Welcome to the party. Serious. Is your relationship just beneficial for you, or is it beneficial for beyond y'all? Are the kids straight? What are y'all building? What are we generating today? Or are we just sitting there together until somebody cheats and then we out, for better or for worse, my ass? What is for worse to you guys? Serious. Do anybody really consider what is the for worse part? Should be kingdom building, honestly. Yes, we should always be kingdom building when you are mentally there. But if you're not there, you shouldn't even be fucking considering marriage at this point. You shouldn't. You should be taking time to figure out what is marriage, what is relationship. That's why I'm asking you guys these questions, so you can take them home. Do some homework. Are we building something that matters beyond us? Because if the only person in your relationship is if the only purpose in your relationship is to make each other happy, what happens when happy makes you unhappy? If the only purpose in your relationship is to make each other happy, what happens when happy becomes unhappy? Oh, shit. Now we got a problem, right? Houston, we got a problem. We're no longer happy. Relationship over. Unhappy became the fucking worst. Imagine leaving somebody or divorcing somebody because you are unhappy. I hate to tell you, that shit suck. And if you one of them people that leave a relationship because you unhappy, why the fuck was you in it in the first place? But we talking about the for worse, people. We talking about the for worse. Now, we done went through the relationship stage. Let's get back to the wedding. Y'all with me? Come to the wedding with me, real people. I need everybody to be at the wedding. We at the wedding right now. We had one big wedding. And now we at the scene. And he goes for better or for worse. Now, that's the question that hits different. Because worse is not just cheating. Worse is not just an argument. Worse is not just being mad at each other. Worse is not just losing the job. Worse could be, man, it could be getting sick. That's what y'all had in mind, getting sick? That was the worst. I know ladies like, fuck that, getting sick, probably it for me. If he do anything after getting sick, that nigga out of here. Hey, no, I don't care what you say. The nigga cheat on me, he out of here. And I'm not saying you wrong. What I'm saying is why y'all didn't talk about that before. You dated a man with a high body count. You are dating a man with a very high body count and probably had it way before you, and you knew this. And let's just say God gave y'all 40 years of marriage. You expect that man to be with you and owning you for 40 years with no slips, no mistakes. He has to be a perfect human being in that area for 40 years. That's tough. Now, I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying he should be held to that standard. He may be able to accomplish that, but his relationship should not be held based off what he do. That's perfect. And God didn't make a perfect human being, especially not one that had been hoeing around before he met you. Shit. I would tell you something, but I ain't going to tell you because I ain't going to put my business out there because that's for a different episode. But I can tell you I have been with a lot of ladies in my life. And at one point, that was my addiction. I don't know if I can promise somebody 60 years where, you know, I might be able to make it happen, but I don't know if I can make that promise to you. Sorry. If you feel some way about it, marry somebody fucking different. Because I'm not just here to make you fucking happy. We here to kingdom build, not to judge my fucking flaws. But the worst is not just an argument. Sometimes it can be somebody getting sick. I can see that. Worst can be losing. It could be losing them to death, which is death do us apart. But it can't be a financial problem. You can't be getting divorced because the finances went down. You can't be getting divorced because your feelings hurt. We can't be getting divorced because the dream changed. Worst can be, man, a lot of different things, but growing in different directions. You guys may grow in different directions. That can't be the cause of a fucking divorce. We got to do better with these marriages because black families are struggling everywhere. And every married couple I see that get divorced, they not bad. It wasn't a bad relationship. It was a misunderstanding of their vows. It was a misunderstanding of marriage. They got married expecting a total different thing. Two people got together with two different versions of marriage and tried to keep that thing together when y'all was never on the same page. Get on the same page, people. At least in the same fucking book. Worst could be becoming parents and realizing that you don't have enough time for each other. That can't be. All of these things are reasons why we are separating. That can't be our worst, people. We got to do better. Worst can't be we got old and he wanted a younger version of woman. Come on, some of these guys are straight foolish, I promise you. Man, what is the worst to you? What is the worst? Well, some of my men and ladies that's in the chat, what is the worst for you? If you was married right now, what is your deal breaker? Drop it in the chat. I want to see this. What is your deal breaker? And for all the people that didn't see my intro, stick around. At the end, I'm playing this intro. And I want to see how you guys feel about it. Drop in the comments if you like the intro. If not, hey, drop in the comments anyway. I love all comments. Seriously. Seriously, people. What are we actually willing to work through? What are we actually willing to work through? This is the conversation I wish a lot of couples will have before they get married. What are we willing to work through? What are we willing to work through? Not because we planning for the failure, we planning for reality. Because if we're going to build something together, we need to know what are we willing to work through. What are we building? What proof is this thing? You need to know that. We need to know that. Have you ever asked your partner that question? What would make you leave? What are you willing to work through? What does forgiveness look like to you? What does loyalty mean to you? What happens when the money gets tight? What happens when we're not getting along? What happens when one of us changes? What happens when one of us don't grow and the other does? What happens when we're not happy? What does commitment means to you? What does commitment means to you? What does commitment mean to you when you're not feeling me no more? Are you committed to the person, or are you committed to the feeling that the person gives you? These are questions you should be asking your spouse, people. These are questions you should be lining up and asking. Did we give up too soon? Because there's somebody listening tonight, and I know you probably left, or you left a situation. Did you give up too soon? Did you? I left because it got bad. I believe you. But here's where I want to challenge you too. Did you communicate that before you walked away? Did you let them know that the relationship was bad? Did you let her know that the relationship was bad? I see a lot of people walk away from a relationship that the other person don't even know how they truly feel. I get it. You might left the relationship because it got bad, but did the other person know it was bad? Did you communicate that? Did you ask for help? Did you tell them what you needed? Did you give them a chance to understand what was happening inside you? Did you try to fix the problem? Or did you just decide the person was the problem? Serious. Because sometimes you did everything you could. You could sometimes. But I just want to make sure you're asking these problems, because I'm here to try to figure out how can we make this man and woman thing work out. I'm not here to think every person that leave each other is just a bad thing. No. I'm hoping that y'all take some of these questions home tonight and ask your spouse these questions. If your relationship is really bad, do the other person know it's bad? Or are you just leaving too soon? We said for better or for worse, people, we got to stop running. We have to stop running, people. We have to stop running, because I think we have to stop acting like every bad relationship just happened to us. Sometimes we participate in that shit ourselves. Sometimes we the reason why the relationship fucking bad. We saw things. We accepted things. We excused things. We hoped things would change. We stayed because we were scared to actually start over. We wasn't scared to leave. Some of us are scared to start over. Y'all know how my ladies get. Some of my ladies scared to add another body to that count. Some of my men, shit, they was in a relationship for housing. Some of these niggas never even knew how to live on their own in the first place. You stayed because you did not want to disappoint your family. You stayed because you did not want to admit you made the wrong choice. You stayed because you did not want to admit you made the wrong choice. And sometimes you stayed because you were enjoying what you was getting from the relationship a little too much to face the relationship really ending, even though it wasn't fulfilling your needs, but it had a lot of your wants in it. Sometimes the hardest part is to admitting that you was wrong about some shit. And maybe you made a bad choice. But I'm here to tell you, ain't nothing wrong with dropping the ball as long as you pick that thing up. Ain't nothing wrong with dropping that ball as long as you pick that thing up. But before we get out of here, I'm going to give you guys some questions to take home. And those questions is, I don't know if I want to ask that question. If you're dating, ask these questions here. If you're married, here you go. If you're single, learn from somebody. Learn from somebody else's questions. Get somebody around you that actually live that thing that you respect too. Don't just get around some broken ass relationships. Get around some people you really respect. What are we building? Question number 1. What does communication mean to you? Question number 2. What does for worse mean to you? What are you willing to work through? What are you not willing to accept? Can we teach each other something? Can we grow without growing apart? Do we love each other enough to stick together no matter what, including the worst, including sickness and clean? You get where I'm going with this. I'm trying to get it out because our time is almost up. Are we building a life together, or are we just trying to keep each other happy? And finally, if the representative disappeared tomorrow, would you still choose the person that you're with? Those are some great questions. If I read them too fast, go back to the show, rewind it. It's live, people, but it will be on my YouTube channel on the Gift of Gab Podcast. You can rewind it and get all of these questions. Now, maybe the problem is not the people. Maybe the problem is the understanding. Maybe you just don't talk enough. Maybe you just ain't talk about marriage enough. Maybe you just didn't actually understand what we was doing because you was too busy planning the wedding, picking the colors, choosing the venue, picking the dress, sending out invitation, and practicing your vows that you never thought what the fucking words really was. You never did. You never did. You never thought. And maybe before you promise somebody forever, we should have the courage to find out what forever actually really fucking mean. Because for better or for worse, it's not just something you say when you're standing at the altar. It's something you should understood before you even got there. Y'all already know who I am. I am noble, people. And until next time, I just want to thank everybody for being a part of this conversation. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for willing to go deeper. Keep growing. Keep challenging yourself. And keep paying attention to the things that's truly shaping your life. And keep praying. I am Noble, and this is the Gift of Gab. And if you're still here with me, here goes my intro. I'm going to play it again. Tell me if you guys like it. Leave it in the comment. I'm finna play it for you now. I am out of here. Gift of Gab Podcast with IAMNOBLE.
Yeah. Some conversations don't just touch your mind, they touch your soul. Welcome to the Gift of Gab. The Gift of Gab. I am noble. Let's grow.